there's no way that's 10 psi.
What's this?
F***ing hell. Now, I'm actually on the way to Kieran's unit. He's actually bought, remember that MX5 that he got? He's actually bought a turbo kit for it, and he wants to get it on today. But yeah, we're gonna go down and help Kieran fit his turbo to his MX5. So you're quite optimistic about it being 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, you have got everything, it's all out of the way and ready, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be quite easy, I think.
So what needs happening? Manifold off.
Well, full exhaust coming out because I've got a full new exhaust.
Right, okay. That's easy because one person can just do that way.
Yeah. Then it's pretty much just the radiator and intercooler.
Yeah.
ECU. I've got a fuel pump as well. And then we need to do the drill a hole in the
Drill, yeah. Have you got like a...
No, I'm gonna go to a station in a bit and get one.
Right, okay. And a tap as well.
I've got a tap.
You got a tap?
That's it really?
Oil feed and then oil feed. And
oil feed, yeah.
Then, bloody hell. It's gonna be so much fun. How big is the turbo? Spoolie boy.
So the guy who ran it previously never ran an air filter or anything.
Oh, just had it like that? Bet it sounded the bollocks. Yeah. Oh yeah, new fuel pump?
Oh yeah, we got injectors as well.
Right, okay. So is that your oil feed?
I'm not sure, I think that's the oil feed, yeah.
And it just sits between the housing, does it?
Yeah, I'm not sure, because when I watched tutorials online, it wasn't like that.
That looks like it sits between the housing. Right, so what's the first job, Kieran? Drop the oil.
I've done the intake, we've dropped the oil already.
Right.
Now it's coolant.
Right, so I start smashing the exhaust off then?
Can do, yeah. It's gonna be crusty.
Crusty, yeah.
You should see it, like. There's a reason I got the rest of the exhaust.
Right, I'll start pulling the exhaust off. Right, exhaust is off. Coolant's ready to come off. The lambda sensor, we were just going to swap the lambda sensor over, so just unplug this lambda sensor and put the new one with that downpipe in, but it doesn't fit the connector we've got, so we've actually just untook the lambda sensor. Hopefully that lambda sensor will work with the turboed one. Should be fine. Take the manifold off now. New manifold on. Actually no, we'll probably keep the manifold off until we drill. Have you ordered the parts from Euro?
Yeah.
So we've got a step bit. Now the oil feed in the new kit is a sandwich plate for the oil filter, so that goes between the block and the oil filter, which is a bit going to be quite difficult because the oil plate on this is in a really awkward place, so I can imagine that might give us a little bit of trouble trying to install that sandwich plate. There's actually an oil feed coming off the block, Kieran says, is what most people use, but the guy who got the kit off has used the sandwich plate, so we're going to try and put it exactly how he put it in. He put a new fuel filter in, which should be easy, but so actually all the bolts are coming off relatively easy. Nothing's cracked on us yet. But if anything was going to crack, it would have been them exhaust bolts, and they haven't, so...
I'm surprised they did.
Yeah.
On that bottom line.
Right, so we just spent our time trying to match up all the lines and stuff. They're going to work on lining up the intercooler. I'm going to do the fuel pump. It's actually behind here, so the soft top is getting in the way quite massively. So we're going to take the soft top up, but the hard top off. Soft top is going to get out of the way somehow. And then I'm going to put the fuel pump in, and then one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to brake. Right, so behind the seat. So this is the fuel pump. So lucky, a lot of them are really hard. They only have the hole just a little bit bigger than the actual pump itself, which is very annoying. It looks like we've got a lot of access here. So plug out of here. There we go. Plug out. These two lines off. Little bolts, and luckily we've actually got the whole assembly, not just the pump. So just take that assembly out, pop that assembly in, back in, done. So should be simple enough. Now what we should do really is run the car without the fuel pump on, so it just gets rid of all the lines. But I'll ask these guys, do you want to take the fuse out for the fuel pump and run it, or just pull them out? Oh fuck it, we'll just send it. It won't be too bad.
We'll send, lad.
Right, that's fuel pump out. So I've never done a fuel pump which has been so easy. So it won't go in. We got a new pump in. Woo.
Yeah, but
I feel like I had a couple of white lines. Jesus. I mean, I've never done that before in my life. Right, so now we're going to mount up the cooler. We're going to put it right in the middle. There's one bolt there's one hole that actually goes through in the frame. But the other one, we're going to have to just drill another hole just a little bit because it's, see where the paint is. We need to drill it there. Right, there's the cooler pretty much in position. Now we just need to mark up the pipe in. And we're going to have to, luckily Kieran's got that extra bit of chrome pipe there, so we're going to have to cut that up because we're missing a bit of pipe from the kit, which just goes onto the throttle body. So luckily that pipe there we can make fit quite nicely. Right, so we're just doing fuel injectors now. Bit tricky with the lines, so I've had to pull them off here. Tried to pull them off on the actual rail and pull the rail out, but that was proving difficult, so we've managed to slide the injectors out with the rail in place. I've just taken the fuel lines off here. And now we're just trying to pop them into the rail now. Right, so it's priming, and it seems like there's, obviously we can't start because there's no oil in a minute, but the pump's definitely priming. I can hear fuel around here. It seems alright, but obviously we'll only know when it's actually cranking, so yeah, I'll have to just leave it like that for now. Check later. Right, so we're getting there now. All our pipe works good, radiator's back on. All we really need to do now is just obviously put the turbo back on. Kieran's just scraping off the old gasket. Wire the ECU, there's a vacuum line which goes, well obviously from a vacuum, so there's a little tap here we can take it off. That we need to put that through to the ECU through the firewall. It should be easy. Now the one thing we won't need to do is probably one of the, well not biggest but most scariest things, is we need to drill a oil return into the sump. So I'm going to definitely let Kieran do that one.
What's next after a turbo, eh?
I mean, we have been quite lucky so far. Everything's been relatively simple. Right, so in a bit of, well, it's the past 10 minutes have gone awful, haven't they?
Yeah.
So everything was going smoothly. Now, one of the threads on the block for the manifold is fucked, so the bolt's going in at an angle. So obviously it's getting to a certain point, it's just not tightening anymore. So that'll need retapping, which we don't have here. And then we go to just shut the bonnet to make sure it all shuts, and it's a good couple inches off from shutting. So we're actually going to have to cut out a bit of the underneath of the bonnet, which Kieran does not want to do. But yeah, you will, yeah, you're going to have to. Looking like we won't have it on for today. Right, I'm just going to run over what happened. We was like, fuck's sake. And I looked down and I was like, hey up. And I was like, fuck, there's a fucking tap there. There's one random tap and it ends up being the perfect size. So I tapped it and now it's going in straight.
Bearing in mind, I've never bought a tap kit in my life. I have no idea what that.
There's just an M10 tap just sat literally. I literally opened my phone and I was like, there's a fucking tap there.
Where'd that come from?
Fuck no, I was not asking questions, but there we go. That's going in straight now, so we can get there. At least we can get it started.
Yeah.
Well, do you have to leave at like 6 or anything, or you?
No,
we're gonna crack on. I want to hear it, so yeah, that's fine. Let's get the manifold back on and
we're chopping the bonnet.
Chop the bonnet. Fucking hell, lads, we've got that on. That was a nightmare. I think we had that manifold on and off like 5 to 10 times. We ended up having to tap every one of the threads, and we had to drill out the holes in the manifold. They were just a little bit too short. So when we was tightening it, it was catching. But anyway, it's on. Now all we got to do is just drill the sump, but I'm definitely not doing that. He's doing that. Right, so we've just done the oil fee, which was a little bit. So that's where the oil filter is on these, right down there. And we have to get a sandwich plate on, and there's only one way it can go on. So if you can see this, the cable, it's gone down, and then it's come up over here, and then that's onto the turbo. So what I need to do now is next is the oil return, and then the vacuum line for the ECU, and that's it, is it? Intercooler piping just finish up, but that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to put all these little bits and bobs back on here.
On the home stretch now.
Yeah. Right, now the scariest thing we're doing, drilling the sump. So I'm just trying to find a place where it's actually going to fit.
Because I don't want it to like start walking off. Right, so we're just drilling the sump.
Get that up a little bit. It's perfect. Yeah.
It's always worse when it's You can go back now.
We're almost there, lads. We took the bonnet off because we're going to figure out how to cut it another day. But we're going to put some oil in and we're going to start it. After we've done the exhaust, Kieran's telling us.
Yeah, that's all holes.
Oh no, I need one more Jubilee clip here. I need a big one. I couldn't find a big one. That should do. Ready? I can't wait to fucking hear it, man. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Right, water's in. Obviously we need to do a bit of a bleeding thing, but oil's going in, and then we're ready to start.
Yeah.
Choo choo! All aboard! Choo choo! Yes, it won't start, but it doesn't sit there at crank.
Oh, I'm scared. I'm doing it.
Yeah, crank it. Battery's not plugged in. That's good. Right.
Do it 3 times. There you go. I'll turn it.
Hey, check them injectors, fucking hell. First drive, he's a very excited man. Why did I not film that? Oh my god! Oh my god, do that again, do that again! What the fuck? Mate, what boost is that running? Oh my god, calm down, lad. Jeez, calm down.
Quick.
Holy fuck.
Lad! Let me have a go.
Man, this is fucking getting back in the seat.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, I weren't expecting that, mate. Kieran, just say against the camera.
My hands are shaking. It's that quick.
It sounded fast.
It is, to be fair.
It is leaking a little bit from that sandwich plate, so we'll have to have a look at that.
Quickly. Honestly,
It's-
this on like
Mate, there's no way that's 10 psi.
I've never driven it not either apart from today.
What? Oh, fucking hell, Kieran.
I'm not gonna do what I just done then because I will crash now. It's a sweat.
Why did it probably just kick out? Yeah.
I nearly crashed. Like I nearly done like 360 on the road.
Really?
Like
Shit, hell, man.
that was
hell, be
third gear.
careful.
I didn't even clutch kick or anything. In the middle of third gear, hit boost. Fucking I went. I nearly crashed. I thought I crashed. I'm scared. I honestly am. That's 100.
That is fun, man.
I am fucking shit myself. I'm scared of this car right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Mate, clutch kick it there. That dip.
What's this?
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. That's with an open dip as well, he's doing that.
Right, well, before, if I had an LSD, I think I would have crashed. Like, I don't think I was ready for it. Like, I don't think I understood how fast this car was going to be.
Do you love it?
Mate, it's insane.
Fucking hell.